This video is for anybody battling anxiety or depression. I want to start by saying everything is going to work out for you. But in order for it to work out, you have to make a decision. And what I mean by that is I'm going to share a story with you, and hopefully you're able to take my view on life now and use that to your advantage in your life. Okay? So, my father committed suicide when I was very young. I had to say, I was in first grade. And I was depressed for a long time. Up until last year, I would say. So I'm 22 now, guys. So in all that time, I always got depressed and I always was anxious and I always had stress or I just always had something going on. And it wasn't until one day I was in the garage and I was on the phone with my mom and I was just venting to her about how I was feeling and how I felt was depressed, right? And my stepfather, he comes outside and I just give him a hug and I'm telling him thank you. And in that moment, I don't know what clicked for me, but I was able to accept that my father had committed suicide and that he had passed away. And I was able to just let it go and just not think that things were over for me or things would have been a certain way if he was still here. I accept it. I forgive him. And I'm happy. You know, I love him more than he even knows, you know? So that perception had a ripple effect on my whole life and on my other, like I just became happier in every part of my life and more eager to do things in every part of my life because I no longer felt this crutch to feel sad or this crutch to feel, you know, I closed the gap between what I wanted to be and what I was doing in the moment. And that was the main thing. Also, feeling, so also, wait, I don't, before I end with depression, I also wanted to say that being depressed is a decision that we all sadly make. It's like, you're gonna take, you're gonna, it starts with knowing how to identify your problems. And once you identify your problem, you choose, you make a decision. Are you gonna change this or are you gonna keep doing it and allow yourself to feel depressed at a certain point? Because you're not where you expected yourself to be, where you thought you were gonna be at. So when it comes to being anxious, I would have to give you guys this scenario. We all get this perception that we're supposed to go to school, graduate from high school, go to college, get married, have a kid, you know, so on, pick a fence, dog, whatever. And we have seen till today that there's other ways to have a successful life or have a, you know, a modern life, right? And I think a lot of people who don't meet these standards that we set so high for ourselves get depressed because they feel like they're no good or they're not where they're supposed to be in life. And I'm here to tell you that you gotta change what life means to you, like what you identify as your happiness or your success or where you want to be, not where people put in front of you and told you that this was going to be for you or this is what you have to do or this is where you got to go, you know? And that's why we get depressed. You're your most happiest when you're making decisions for yourself, when you make decisions that make you happy. Because you can live with a decision that you made. You can't live with a decision that someone else made for you. And that's why you feel anxious, because you're living somebody else's decision. You're not living your decision. So if you learn to change your decisions, you can change how you feel. I'm not saying you're not going to be depressed because them times are always going to come, but you know how to deal with them. You feel me? So yeah, that's another thing I do want to give to you guys. And we'll go into some more things because it's deeper than what I'm saying right now. But yesterday was my dad's birthday, and I've noticed that this year was the first time that I wasn't crying and sad and depressed and just felt like I needed to be to myself. It was like any other day, but I celebrated it, you know. I changed what it meant to me. I changed my approach. I changed all of that, and it's changing me. And I'm growing into a new person. And I'm so happy within that that I want to share that experience with you guys in my own way, raw as I could be, nobody around, just me and whoever's watching this video. I know we all have our own problems, and we all got our own things in life. But in all reality, guys, there's people out here that got it worse than us. So we can't look back. We can't be depressed. We can't be down. We can't sit down. We can't accept it. We can't accept depression. We can't accept anxiety. We're better than that. Let's make that decision. Find your decision. Find what you want. Make that decision. Find what makes you happy. Make that decision. Make your life about making the best possible decision for you every single day. Take it day by day. Also, I want to talk about the people that you keep around you. And I say this sternly. For the next couple of days, don't bring it up to them. But when you hear your friend, your mom, your brother, your dad, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, whoever you're talking to, doubt themselves, start counting. Start keeping it in mind. Because the things that you put yourself around are going to rub off on you. And let me be honest with you. Everybody feels like they're better than everybody. Not in that way, but we all feel like we have this special power within us, which we do. You know what I'm saying? So if you're around someone who thinks that they can't do something, it's 9 times out of 10, but they don't think you can do it either. You know? And that's a problem. You know? You should be around people who would never doubt you, who would never underestimate your potential or your powers. You know? That's a red flag. You want to be around people that would never see you in that type of light, would never see you doubting yourself, would never put you down. You know? Be that person for your friends around you. Next time you hear them doubt themselves, no, you say, after you analyze, but you say, no, you can do that. And tomorrow, you are going to do it. Or the next time the situation pops up again, you are going to do it because you are better than that. And if they can't accept that you want better for them, then maybe they don't want better for themselves. And maybe that's not the type of person that you should keep yourself around, because we're not here to waste time. We're here to grow. Right? So these groups that y'all hanging in, these little cliques and these gangs y'all got, nah, bruh. Let me tell you, this is the time you need to be focusing on what you want. Because the next 20 years, things are going to change. And you don't want to be one of these people that's lost out here at all. You know? You want to be. So, yeah. I would suggest you guys to analyze your life, think about what you guys want, and do that. I'm not perfect. I'm a regular dude that has really went from being depressed, stressed, anxiety, to enjoying my life. Every part of it, even when it's not as great as I expected it to be. I accept that. I'm taking it for what it is, you know? It's not the end of the world. So, you guys, stay safe, bless up, love y'all. And if you like this video and want to see more of me, not telling you to subscribe, but the name is there. You can always search me up, and I'll be here. Peace.